Jake, can I complain about something?
Always, Emily. What is it?
This meeting today, it dragged on for 3 hours. 3 hours, Jake, about a 30-minute topic.
Oh no, the worst kind of meeting.
The absolute worst. And I kept thinking, why does nobody just drag out the important points and end it?
Emily, drag out the important points?
Yes, pull them out, highlight them.
That is not what drag out means.
It is not?
No! Drag out actually means to make something last longer than necessary, which is the opposite of what you wanted.
So I was using the wrong phrasal verb this whole time?
And that is exactly why we are making today's episode.
Welcome, everyone. I am Emily.
And I am Jake, and you are watching Don't Say That, the podcast where we fix your English before it embarrasses you.
Today, we are covering 4 incredibly useful phrasal verbs: drag on, drag out, drag in, and drag down. All starting with drag, all completely different meanings.
And stay until the very end. We have a challenge waiting that you are going to love.
Before we start, quick question. Have you ever been in a situation that just dragged on forever? Write it in the comments. We read every single one.
Every single one. And subscribe to Don't Say That. New episodes every single day.
All right, Jake, let's fix my meeting vocabulary.
Let's go.
Okay, drag on. And Jake, this is the one I accidentally used correctly without knowing.
Yes! Drag on is actually the most natural and most common of today's 4 phrasal verbs, and the meaning is very specific. It means something continues for much longer than expected or wanted. Something that feels slow, tedious, never-ending.
Like my 3-hour meeting.
Exactly. The meeting dragged on for hours. The movie really dragged on. I almost fell asleep. The speech dragged on and on. Everyone was exhausted.
That feeling when something should be over, but it just keeps going.
The most relatable feeling. And drag on always has a negative feeling attached to it. You never say something drags on in a positive way. If something drags on, it is too long, too slow, too boring.
So I can never say, the party dragged on beautifully?
Never. If the party dragged on, people wanted to leave. The party was wonderful, not it dragged on.
Good to know. What about in professional situations?
Very common. The negotiations dragged on for months. The project dragged on well past the deadline. The legal case dragged on for years. Anything that takes too long, professionally or personally, drags on.
And drag on also describes a conversation or topic that someone keeps talking about too long?
Yes, he dragged on about the same topic for 20 minutes. She kept dragging on about her problems. Not just events, people can drag on too.
Listeners, say these out loud right now. The meeting dragged on for hours. The film really dragged on. He dragged on about the same thing. Say them. Feel the frustration in each sentence.
And write in the comments, what is something that has dragged on in your life recently? A meeting, a project, a conversation? Tell us.
So, drag on. Something continues far longer than expected. Always negative, events, conversations, projects, anything that overstays its welcome.
Perfect. Now, drag out, the one Emily confused.
Drag out. Okay, so I thought this meant to pull something important out, extract it, highlight it.
And I completely understand why. The word out suggests removal, but drag out means something different. It means to deliberately make something last longer than necessary, to prolong something on purpose.
Oh, so it is similar to drag on, but with deliberate intention?
Exactly. Drag on describes how something feels. Slow and long. Drag out describes an action. Someone is making it last longer deliberately. Stop dragging out the presentation. Get to the point. She dragged out the announcement just to build suspense. He always drags out goodbyes. It takes forever to leave.
Oh, so someone is doing it on purpose. They're choosing to extend it.
Right. And drag out is often used in arguments or difficult conversations. Don't drag out this argument, just apologize. They dragged out the negotiations to get a better deal. Stop dragging it out, just tell me what happened.
And drag out also means to literally pull something out physically with effort?
Yes, the literal meaning, pulling something out that does not want to come. They had to drag out the old sofa from the basement. She dragged out her old photo albums from the cupboard. He dragged out his suitcase from under the bed. Physical effort to pull something out.
So drag out, two meanings, deliberately prolonging something and physically pulling something out with effort. Very different from drag on.
The difference, drag on, is how something feels, too long and slow. Drag out is what someone does. They make it longer on purpose.
Listeners, say these right now. Stop dragging out the meeting. Wrap it up. She dragged out the old boxes from storage. Don't drag out the argument. Feel the deliberate action in each sentence.
And write in the comments something someone has dragged out recently that frustrated you. Be honest, we have all experienced it.
So drag out, prolonging deliberately and physically pulling something out with effort.
Now, drag in. And this one is really interesting because it has a very specific feeling.
What feeling, Jake?
The feeling of being involved in something you did not want to be involved in. Being pulled into a situation against your will.
Oh, like being dragged into an argument you did not start?
Exactly. Please do not drag me into this. It is nothing to do with me. She always drags her friends into her personal problems. He got dragged into the drama at work even though he tried to stay out of it.
That feeling of, I was minding my own business and suddenly I am involved in something.
The most relatable feeling. And drag in is almost always used when the involvement is unwanted, forced, not chosen. I do not want to be dragged into their argument. Stop dragging me into this. Sort it out yourselves. He was dragged into the investigation even though he knew nothing.
And drag in also means to bring something irrelevant into a conversation or argument?
Yes, great point. Why are you dragging in things that happened 5 years ago? Stop dragging in irrelevant details. She keeps dragging in old arguments. It is not helpful. Bringing something into the conversation that doesn't belong there. Dragging it in.
Oh, this is so common in arguments. Someone brings up something from the past that has nothing to do with the current situation. The most common argument mistake. Why are you dragging that in now? That is completely different. Stop dragging it in. Very natural. Very real. And drag in can also be literal, physically dragging someone or something into a place.
Yes, she dragged in a huge Christmas tree through the front door. He dragged in all the shopping bags in one trip. They dragged in the heavy boxes from the van. Physical dragging into a space with effort.
Listeners, say these out loud. Please do not drag me into this. Stop dragging in old arguments. She dragged in all the boxes herself. 3 meanings, all drag in.
And write in the comments, have you ever been dragged into a situation you did not want to be involved in? Tell us.
So drag in, being pulled into something unwanted, bringing irrelevant things into a conversation, and physically dragging something into a space.
Okay, we are halfway through, and I want to remind everyone we have a challenge waiting at the very end, something you are going to use immediately. Stay with us, the best is coming.
And now, the final one, drag down.
Drag down. And this one has such a strong emotional feeling to it.
What feeling?
The feeling of being pulled lower, made worse, brought down from where you were emotionally, professionally, physically. Drag down always means something is making things worse.
First meaning, bringing someone's mood or energy down?
Yes. Stop being so negative. You are dragging everyone down. Her constant complaints really drag down the team morale. Do not let one bad day drag you down. The negativity pulls everyone lower, drags them down.
And this is such a common workplace phrase, right? Toxic colleagues who drag everyone down.
So common. He is dragging down the whole team with his attitude. Her negativity is dragging down productivity. Do not let difficult people drag you down. Professional environments, this happens constantly.
And drag down also means to lower a standard or quality?
Yes. One weak player can drag down the whole team's performance. The poor customer service is dragging down the company's reputation. His low grades are dragging down his overall average, lowering something that was higher, dragging it down.
And emotionally, when something makes you feel worse mentally?
Very important use. This job is really dragging me down. I need a change. Negativity on social media drags me down. Being around toxic people really drags you down. Your emotional state being pulled lower, dragged down.
And drag down can also be literal, physically pulling something lower?
Yes! The weight of the bag dragged her down. The current dragged the swimmer down. The heavy backpack was dragging him down as he climbed. Physical downward force, dragging down.
Listeners, say these out loud right now. Stop letting negativity drag you down. He is dragging down the whole team. This situation is really dragging me down. Feel the weight in each sentence.
And write in the comments, is there anything in your life right now that is dragging you down? Write it. Sharing helps, and we are here for you.
Common mistakes time.
Mistake number 1, confusing drag on and drag out. The presentation dragged out for 2 hours. Don't say that. If it happened naturally and felt too long, it dragged on. Drag out means someone deliberately made it longer. The presentation dragged on for 2 hours. It felt too long. The presenter dragged out the presentation. They did it on purpose.
The test, was it deliberate? Drag out. Did it just feel long and slow? Drag on.
Mistake number 2, using drag in positively. She dragged in some great ideas. Don't say that. Drag in almost always has a negative or neutral feeling, unwanted involvement or irrelevant additions. For positive contributions, say she brought in great ideas or she introduced great ideas, not drag in.
Mistake number 3, he drags down me every time. Don't say that. The object goes between drag and down or after down. He drags me down every time. Or he drags down my confidence. Object placement matters.
Mistake number 4, using drag down for physical objects only. The negativity is dragging down me. Don't say that. Say the negativity is dragging me down. When drag down is about emotions or standards, the object almost always comes between drag and down. Dragging me down, dragging us down, dragging it down.
And mistake number 5, saying the movie dragged out when you mean it felt too slow. Don't say that. The movie dragged on. It felt too long and slow. The movie dragged out means someone deliberately made it longer. Directors cut scenes to drag it out. Context is everything.
Listeners, which of these mistakes have you been making? Write in the comments. We want to help you fix it.
Interactive practice. Fill in the blank. Say the missing word out loud.
Sentence 1. The lecture really dragged dash. It was supposed to be 1 hour, but lasted 3.
On. Dragged on. Felt too long and slow. Dragged on.
Sentence 2. Please stop dragging dash irrelevant details from the past. Focus on today.
In. Dragging in irrelevant details. Bringing unwanted things into the conversation. Dragging in.
Sentence 3. His negative attitude is really dragging dash the whole team.
Down. Dragging down the whole team. Lowering morale and performance. Dragging down.
Sentence 4. She deliberately dragged dash the negotiation to get a better deal.
Out. Dragged out the negotiation. Deliberately prolonged. Dragged out.
Sentence 5. I do not want to be dragged dash your argument. Sort it out yourselves.
Into. Dragged into your argument. Unwanted involvement. Dragged in. Into.
And final one, do not let one bad day drag you dash. Tomorrow is a new start.
Down. drag you down. Emotional lowering. Do not let it drag you down.
Listeners, how many did you get right? Write your score in the comments.
And now, the challenge we promised.
Write 4 sentences in the comments, 1 for each phrasal verb, all about your real life.
Here is your template. Something that has dragged on in my life is dash. Someone once dragged out dash longer than necessary. I never want to be dragged into dash. And the one thing I will not let drag me down is dash.
4 sentences, 4 phrasal verbs. Your real life, your real English.
The most creative and most honest response gets featured in our next episode.
Write it now. Say it out loud first, then post it.
Final summary. Jake, take us through all 4.
Drag on. Something continues much longer than expected. Always negative. Events, meetings, conversations that overstay their welcome.
Drag out. Deliberately prolonging something and physically pulling something out with effort. Someone is doing it on purpose.
Drag in, being pulled into something unwanted, bringing irrelevant things into a conversation, and physically dragging something into a space.
Drag down, lowering someone's mood or energy, reducing a standard or quality, and physical downward force.
4 phrasal verbs, all starting with drag, all completely different, all completely natural in real everyday English.
If this episode helped you, please like it, share it with one friend learning English, and subscribe to Don't Say That. New episodes every single day.
Keep speaking, keep practicing, and do not let anyone drag you down on your English journey. See you tomorrow.